which leads me to September 3rd on Peacock, Clash at the Castle, first pay-per-view in Europe since 2003, first major stadium event in 30 years. Can you honestly put into words what it's going to mean to you to come out to that crowd?
No, I can't. There are no words that'll be able to describe how I feel about a show that I didn't think was even possible, since there's not been a stadium show since SummerSlam 1992. It's something I actively pursued, talked about, harassed people backstage about, but was always given excuses about logistics and time difference. And I would say, well, we just did a show in Australia. There's no bigger time difference. They give me a better excuse than that. So to finally see it materialize, to know that it's selling so well, 70,000 plus people are going to be there on the night. You know how wild and crazy the UK fans are. Where I started my career at 15 years old, training in England, wrestling in Wales a lot. Obviously Scotland, where I'm from, is absolutely insane. And to be fighting for the title is unreal. And to know how I'm feeling, you're just going to have to watch the event and look at my face when I first make my entrance, because that's going to tell the whole picture better than any word possibly could.
No, 100%. It's definitely going to be the most anticipated moment of the event. And can you kind of talk me through growing up being a fan back then and overseas? Because to me, it's a different level of dedication. It probably involves a lot of late night watching. There's no DVRs back then. There's no YouTube. You're exchanging tapes, trying to get whatever you can get a hold of. But growing up, like, how are you watching this content?
With great difficulty. I didn't have Sky Television until I was 11, until we could really afford it, to be honest. So prior to that, it was all exchanging videotapes with my friends, my uncle recording as much WWE and WCW as he could onto VHSs, and he would give my brother and I just multiple cassette tapes with multiple episodes that we would power through when we were a lot younger. And Blockbuster would always have a collection of wrestling VHSs, and I would harass the owners to get as much as they possibly could. And that's where I got my wrestling fix, until I eventually got Sky TV when I was 11, and that was me done. Every single week I was watching Raw, which used to air on a Friday, and recording it. Then I would watch it about 50 times throughout the week till the following episode of Raw, and then obviously SmackDown eventually started up. So I'd be watching both and recording both Raw and SmackDown, and again watching them and breaking them down in my childlike mind, like, okay, this is what I want to do. What do I need to know? What are these guys doing that I need to learn to be in this industry? And then I started finally training at 15 years old, and commuting 24 hours, like a round trip, just to the wrestling school, because it was very far away from where I lived. But I really wanted to do it, and there's nothing going to stop me.
Yeah, Drew, you're one of us, man. Kids these days, they don't know how easy they got it with the network and now on Peacock. Shout out to
Uh,
Blockbuster. That's amazing.